Cardi. So basically, Cardi got a new song out, and the director of urban music for Negroid individuals in blackface and all that shit is Spotify, whatever. Well, Carl. We'll just call him Carl because that's his name. I don't really know the department, but it's Urban Economics or something like that over at Spotify. He basically heard the track and he said, yo, man, this shit is good. I don't care who wrote it. Cardi versus fire. Cardi responds basically saying, yo, I write my stuff. Come to a studio session. The question today is, do we believe that shit? Let's go back in time. Let's just get straight to it. So back when Cardi was letting out her first album, Invasion of Privacy, let's go a little bit before that. You know, she was writing stuff. People said they seen her writing on Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. I heard the music before. You know, I was really rocking with Cardi tough when she was on Instagram as a stripping comedian and stuff like that. She was hilarious. So I was really locked in for real. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I really loved it for real. Yeah, we simping today, bro. But, you know, I heard the raps, and even though I fucked with her at the time, I just knew that wasn't it. I heard Red Bars. That was the first song that I liked from her. Then outside of that, Bodak Yellow drops, it goes crazy. So Invasion of Privacy comes. And when Invasion of Privacy comes, boom, a leak happens. The leak is of a song with a male voice on it, but Cardi B raps word for word, verbatim, the same words. What's going on? It's Partisan Fontaine. Partisan Fontaine is the ghostwriter. Cardi B comes out in an interview and flat out admits that, you know, Partisan Fontaine helped her with the writing and stuff like that. But I don't really know about help because the man spit word for word what you spit word for word. Now, I'm going to come back to that in a moment. You know, there was also some fake leaks that happened and stuff like that. I won't get into it. It was a Barb ploy by Nicki Minaj fan base, the Barbs. Some fake leaks that came out last year in December and stuff like that. I personally think they're fake because they were whack. Cardi also mentioned, I would never say the shit that they were saying in this. And then even the voice that was rapping, I'm like, there ain't no way they gonna have a sauceless individual like this giving her reference tracks. Like, fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck how good the pen is. If the motherfucker can't deliver this shit, like, how they expect you to deliver it? Like, fuck out of here. But anyways, cause that matters. I'm not gonna hold you. That matter. If you don't know the skill set, that shit matters. It matters. But anyways, with that being said, the one thing I have to say, now she's trying to tell people that she writes her own raps and stuff like that. She very well could. It's definitely possible. And it makes me wonder, if you have been writing your own raps, how long has it been? Because on your album Invasion of Privacy, on your album, he wrote Partisan 12. He was credited on 12 out of 13 tracks. I don't even know the percentage of that. We just gonna pretend 90 is what it rounds off to. He wrote the majority of the tracks. That's just what it is. So if you let somebody write your whole debut album, how am I gonna trust your debut out? How am I gonna trust that you're writing your stuff now? And this is the kicker. The leak that we heard was the song where she was talking about Offset cheating on her. This is a very personal event. This is something that happened, and I'm pretty sure they was married at the time when this happened. So with this being a really personal event, how can I trust that you are writing anything? How can I take your word for it when you had a very personal situation with a guy that you, I would guess, loved at the time, cheated on you? You had to feel something. But instead of putting that feeling on the paper, you let another person do it. The person isn't even a woman, it's a nigga. How can I believe that you writing anything when you couldn't even translate your pain into a track? The thing that Drake fell back on when the Quentin Miller debacle happened is that Quentin was just writing the jiggy shit. That was the whole excuse. You never heard him write no bars for me. You never heard him write none of the shit where I be spazzing. He was just writing the jiggy shit. I just wanted some new flows. That's it. That's what Drake fell back on. You had this nigga writing your pain. How can I believe anything you say at this point when it comes to the pen? But it is possible that she's writing her own stuff. It is possible. Now, when we look at female rappers, this is the issue. You got, the MC Lights and the Queen Latifahs back in the day and stuff like that. But when we talk about who Nicki Minaj look up to, because Nicki Minaj is the person that a lot of these young chicks look up to now, and even Cardi probably looked up to this person I'm about to name, Lil' Kim. When it comes to this pussy rap, this hoe rap, this promiscuous rap, however you want to label it, she's not the first to do it, but she is the first star from that rap. She is the first to really pop off and take it to a high level with the hoe raps. Guess what? Her shit was being written by Biggie. She was getting her whole raps written by a nigga. That's the foundation of what these chicks look up to. You also have Foxy Brown. Allegedly, Jay-Z was writing some of her shit too. But that's just what it is, dog. That's the foundation. We go to Nicki Minaj. They speculated that Safari wrote her shit. When we heard him rap after the breakup, I'm pretty sure that's actually the origin point of the speculation that he was writing her shit, because it's like, why is he rapping like this? He sounds exactly like her, and nobody else raps like this. As a nigga, as a man, why would you even want to rap like that? Put up in that chunka drunk little where they want. Like, why would you want to rap like that? That's the type of flow Safari was giving off. But outside of that, you have more modern rappers. I would say more modern rappers. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? You have the City Girls, and JT. She takes pride in her pen and stuff like that. When she was going back and forth with, I think it was Nicki Minaj, she was basically talking about how she take pride in her pen and she write her own shit. Now, as far as Lil Yachty pretty much mentioned, the Birkin bag hold 5-6 figures on the Act Up. He wrote that verse, or he wrote the whole song. That's what he basically said and stuff like that. I don't know if that's JT verse or if that's, old girl verse. But even then, it's still some smut on the name just because Lil Yachty said he wrote a track for y'all. This is the thing about it, though. Back to the shamelessness. Young Miami, when hit with allegations about, writing and stuff like that. I don't know if it was between like some of the female rap beef or whatever it was. Her comeback was basically, I don't give a fuck about no rapping. I give money. My niggas got money. I'm rich. I'm a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck about no rapping. If JT didn't convince me to do this shit, I would not be rapping. That's basically where she was at with it. And when it comes to the guys, there's definitely some guys who get their stuff ghost wrote. And I'm going to keep it 500,000 in the 90s and the 2000s, maybe even somewhere in the 2010s. Up until like 2016, there's probably a lot of people getting their stuff ghost wrote. But listen, man, I done seen these niggas sessions, man. The shit is not nice to where you would even think somebody else is writing their shit. That's how come, regardless whether Nicki and Cardi don't have writers or they do, they pen is nice, bro. They pen is nice. If they ever hear this shit, which they won't, both of them should take that as a compliment, because I really feel like both of them, They got some of the best pens in the game. Forget male, female, forget that. And that's one thing I want to mention. Like, ghostwriter or not, like, nobody was looking at mainstream females for bars. Like Remy, she was about to bring it. She was about to bring it. She went to jail. She was about to be the one. I had Remy album, bro. I had Remy album. She was really rocking out. Like, I was ready. Like, the shit was fire. She was one of the first female rappers I could actually listen to. She went to jail. Nicki come out and she's killing cats on Monster. She's killing cats on Bedrock. Like, you know, she's really slaying shit. And she gets the female mainstream rap pen back to a not just a respectable level, but a high level. Cardi followed up and also kept it at a high level. Now, granted, most female rappers is not gassing. They just not gassing. We just got to keep it 500,000. But to be fair, that's the climate of the game. Most of the male rappers is not gassing. It's just a fact. So that's where we at, and that's what it is. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think, you know, Cardi write her own shit now, or if she, you know, just let me know what you think about all of it. I'm out.